Hey guys. So, we're in the kitchen. I'm not really going live. So we go get this pot of soup together. So, I've already boiled my chicken. And that is the broth. And we finna get ready to get this cream of chicken noodle and collard soup. Remember my stems I told y'all that I saved from my collard greens? They're going into the soup. This is going to be a very good soup. So, let's do this right now. Here, as you can see, the chicken is already boiled. This will go in last. And we finna get ready to get this water seasoned up and flavored up. The only ingredients that's going into this soup, we got some carrots back there cut up. I got some celery cut up. Of course, I got the collard green stems cut up already. They was frozen from last year, Thanksgiving. They were cleaned and frozen, so don't worry about that. Now, of course, the chicken will be added at the end. We're going to debone that and put everything in a pot. I will also add in some potatoes at the end to make this a very hearty soup. It'll be a cream of soup and also with mushrooms and noodles. I was going to do rice, but I think I'm going to keep it with the noodles and just keep it regular, the egg noodles. So let's get our water, because I didn't boil this with no seasoning on it. So we finna get ready to season up this water, this broth, should I say, this chicken stock. And the first thing we're going to do, we're going to put in our halves of onion. Right? We're going to also add in our halves of green peppers. Now, I'm going to let this go until that get ready to dissolve just about. When it comes loose and whatever, we're going to give that a good stir around, and therefore during the other boil process, I want that to dissolve inside of the water. That's going to give you some good flavor. But while that's doing what it's doing, and it looked like, grab my spoon over here, look like we may need a little more water, right? So, to this, we're gonna go in with chicken broth. Okay? Add the whole thing. This is gonna be a very nice, hearty, healthy, and fulfilling soup. Add everything in there. Add it in there. Remember, we didn't add no salt to it yet, so we finna get ready to salt it up just a little bit. Season it up, should I say. Just a little bit. Also to this, I'm gonna add in onion soup mixes. I got 4 things of it, so add it in there with it. It's gonna help with the flavor and the seasoning. Just add them on up in there. Add it in there. Yes. Just like so. Right? We're gonna go in with a little black pepper. Just a little bit for now. We don't want to overdo it. Some black pepper. Okay? Then we're gonna come on over here. We're gonna put a little crushed red pepper because you want to add a little heat to it. Remember, this is a hearty meal. And it's also supposed to break all that cold and everything you got in you. Let it come on out. We're going to add in some onion powder. Okay. Can't go wrong with a little onion powder. So we're going to add that much in there. Then we're going to come back up in there with a little garlic powder, you guys. Put some garlic up in there. Be generous with your garlic. Garlic is good for you. Okay. Get it to that pot. And just to help things out, because you could taste as you go, we just go add a little bit of seasoned salt. Just a little bit for now. Okay? And we're going to give that a good old mix around real quick. Sorry, y'all, I'm working with my hands today, so get that a really good mix around. Right now, we're just building up our flavor. And as the video go, I will add other things in it. And we're going to go from there. So, let me see something. Let's get that little water taste real quick, that broth. Good. Don't need to add nothing yet. But as you go, when you add all your vegetables to it, of course you will need to add more seasoning. But for right now, to get this a brewing and get it a gluing, you don't need to add nothing. Nothing yet. So I'm going to get the top put back on here, and I'll see you again. Okay, you guys. Now that this is on a high broil, broil. Now that this is on a high boil, as you can see, the onions are very translucent, almost tender enough to dissolve into the liquid. And as you can see here, the green pepper as well, very limp. It ain't got that long to last. All of that will dissolve in the water, which is what we want. So now we're gonna come over here to the stems of our collard greens, right? We are gonna add those in because just like you know, the leaves of your collards have to cook for a little while, right? Now, we're gonna cook the, hold on. Let me get it in there because I'm working with one hand. Now, we're gonna get those in and bring those to another hard boil because what we want to do is get the flavor out of those stems, which will be added into our soup, right? And we want to take that bite off of them now. We want to get them where's that, you know how when you eat your greens, I don't know how people, very steamy. I don't know how people like their collard greens when they're cooking them. I don't really like no tough green, and I don't want it mushy either. So we go cook these in between. They should be soft to the bite, but not totally dissolved. Like when these start to soften up, they won't disappear into this broth, right? And we're gonna do that. So all of this is in steps because I want to make sure I have the right bite on everything in my soup. When we add in the carrots and the celery, I want them to still be visible and also not have a crunch, but I want them to be firm enough to hold up in the soup. And now add those in after these get a little softer. And then the potatoes, of course, will go in last. And then we'll add our chicken in afterwards. And then we will get to the making it a cream of. And I'll show you the ingredients that I'll be using to make it get to that consistency. Stay with me. Bye-bye. Okay, you guys. Now that our stems from our collard greens have kind of getting to the consistency that I like them, take the bite off of them. Now, what I did add to that, because now we're finna make it a cream of, I did add 4 cans of cream of chicken. Get whatever brand you want, condensed soup. That's gonna help us achieve what we're trying to achieve. Also, we'll be using heavy whipping cream. Okay, so let's get to it. Now, in goes our carrots and our celery. Be careful, because I done burnt my stomach over here. Okay, those are in. We're gonna go in with the chicken again. Don't worry about the bone being on them. You guys, you will take those off as it go. Don't be scared. Put those in, and we're going to add mushrooms. Yes, mushrooms. And we're going to put some heavy whipping cream up in here. Ooh, look at that. Heavy whipping cream. Make it thick. Put all that shit up in there. Then, we're going to give that a good stir around. This is going to be a nice healthy pot of soup. I plan on sharing this with my family, so everybody going to be getting them a big bowl of soup. Now, We're gonna let that get real tender and do what it do. And do what it do. Right? And we'll be back. All right. We back with the, you see how creamy that got? Do you see? Let me show you. Maybe you don't see that. See that? We got that chicken that's pulling off that bone. It's okay. If you're making you a cream of something, see all that? It's falling off the goddamn bone. Of course, I had deconstructed one of those chickens that I had baked. Now, see how that chicken just pulling apart down there? Don't be scared of a little bone in your soup. It's okay. It's okay. This ain't for the customer. This is for me. Now that we got that did, we're going to cut the fire off. We're going to pour in our noodles. Right? Put the whole bag in. And you don't have to boil this no more. Going off. And we're going to give that a good stir in. And let this sit for about a good 10 minutes. Because you want your noodles to fluff up and you don't want them to be too tender where they get mushy. Right? And we're going to be back. And we're going to plate this shit up. Y'all, it smells so good up in here. And the way we're going to plate this up, I'm going to show you how to make it even heartier. So I'm going to put the lid back on. Hold on. And I'm going to show you in a minute. Make sure y'all invest in y'all one of these type of pots so that don't nothing scorch or burn. This is a stock pot. Costs a couple of dollars, but get you one. We'll be back. Ooh, my God, today. The meal is finally done. I'm going to show y'all how it's looking. Look at that. Look at that there. All that meat right there falling off the bone. Of course you know. Ain't nothing wrong with that bone up in there. But let's plate this up real quick. I'm going to bring our little trusty bowl over here. I probably should have had my thing over here, but I don't. But we're going to go ahead and plate this up real quick. Let's get some of this up in here. Whatever drip, I'll clean it up. So don't judge. Look at there. Look at that meat there. Falling off. Get up in there. Get you some. Get you some. What you say? What you say? Look at there. Dig in, baby. Dig in. Pull up. And pull out. God damn. Y'all, that shit is seasoned to motherfucking perfection. Look at that. I ain't gonna take all the chicken out. Let's get some more of this broth up in there, though. That's what we want. The juice. God damn. Hold on. I ain't done. I'll clean that little mess up in a minute. Let's bring it over here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to dress that up. You see that? Do you see that? Because what you will not to do is tempt thee. I'm going to show you how to dress this shit up, though. Because see, if you a fat one, you know how to make this shit even hardier. Because I didn't do no goddamn biscuits. I didn't do no goddamn garlic bread. We gonna do it how we do it. You go on that bitch with a little of this. Croutons, goddammit. Put your some on there. Put your few on there. What you scared for? Put your couple on there. Goddamn. I'm working with one hand. Give me a chance, y'all. Goddamn. Poe. Just a couple. Depending on how many you want, right? Throw that up in there. Let me grab a spoon from over here from the sink. And you just maneuver that around. Maneuver that around, right? That's gonna bring out the real hardiness of the shit. Then, Come back on it with some motherfucking French fried onion. Now see, my hands is too fat, y'all. Excuse this video. So we just gonna sprinkle a little bit on the top. A little onion. Give it that crunch. And that munch. You hear me? And then you got a motherfucking masterpiece, goddammit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Get into the bowl. Get into the roux. Get into the creaminess. Get into that motherfucking soup, baby. By yours truly. And guess what? We the fuck up out of here.